Here's your Rutherford weather forecast.
Well, good Tuesday, everybody. It is May the 7th, and we're going to spend some time talking about our severe weather potential. We have some potential this evening through the overnight into the early morning hours, and then again on Wednesday, a couple of rounds, and we're going to talk about that. We're going to spend most of the time kind of looking at what we expect as possibilities coming up for Wednesday. Not to say that we can't have a severe thunderstorm during the evening, overnight, and into the early morning hours tomorrow, but we'll kind of dive deep. Tomorrow looks like our best chance at severe weather. So let's kind of dive right on in. And this is from the National Weather Service. There was a briefing today, and that briefing gave us some information here that I think you will find useful. So multiple rounds of potentially strong to severe thunderstorms are expected this afternoon through Thursday morning, wee hours of Thursday morning. And with this, all threats are on the table here. Damaging winds, large hail, tornadoes, flash flooding. We're going to talk about that flash flooding a bit more here in just a moment. The biggest threat, again, from the National Weather Service, Wednesday into Wednesday night. Now, we have been talking about this could potentially be an overnight deal, not necessarily as late. Seems to be coming in a bit earlier. And flash flooding, again, could also be possible. The good news is Friday and into the weekend, cooler, dry weather returns, and through the extended forecast, it's really, really looking good. So let's take a look here at our threat map, and this is for tomorrow, Wednesday. Don't get caught up on the colors here. I know a lot of us, well, this is orange, so that is enhanced. And then, whoops, let me go back. Using a new drawing tool here. Advanced, that's greater than slight. Well, yes, but we can't get really caught up in, here's where that dividing line is. And tomorrow there could be a different color here on this. We just don't know at this point. But here's what to expect. A couple of rounds of strong to severe storms. This is for tomorrow. One in the morning hours. This is round one. Okay. Round one, morning hours is what we expect. Now, this is for the entire mid-state area. Disregard that alarm. That's for storms that are going on in other parts of the country. 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. That's Wednesday morning through the afternoon. Those storms will be scattered. Then as we go later into the afternoon, say early drive time until 3 a.m. So I said it wasn't like all night, overnight, but there will be some overnight and evening, let's call it evening and nighttime storms. These are expected to be widespread and bring us the greatest potential for severe weather. A few tornadoes are possible, and the National Weather Service saying that some could be strong. This is not just to scare you. This is just to let you know that that's a possibility. We don't want to be scared. We want to be prepared. I'm sure that the reason you're watching is you want to be prepared, right? Large hail possible, potentially over 1 3/4 inches, which is golf ball size. We did see some large hail, about $half size in Rutherford County, in Eagleville and Rockville yesterday, the southern parts of the county. And widespread damaging winds are possible with both rounds. So with that said, let's take a look at our specific threats. Move my little drawing tool over here. Specific threats, possibility of severe wind greater than 58 miles an hour. We are definitely in the 45 to 60% range here with that. So a good chance that we're going to have damaging straight line winds with storms. Severe hail. As you can see, we're kind of outlined in an area that is not only red for, 45, I'm sorry, wrong one, 30 to 44% chance. There's also this black hatching. And when you see that on Storm Prediction Center information, that's a 10% probability of significant hail in our area. Here's Rutherford County right there. Should have marked it over here too, so you can kind of get your bearing straight. And then the tornado outlook, a pretty high outlook here for tornadoes. And again, we're in that hatched area, which means that a few of those could be what is considered a significant tornado, an EF2 or above. So rainfall, we talked about that. We've got an aerial flood watch already in effect. We'll look at that here in a second. But looks like anywhere from 1.5 inches to 2 inches, maybe up to 3 inches in some parts of the county we could expect to see with storms. And that's with these multiple rounds. Things get going this evening, overnight, tomorrow, early, late. So this is kind of putting all of that together. Now we could have some locally heavier amounts, or greater amounts, higher amounts, I should say, of flooding as well. So that's something we've got to watch. Had the chance to have some conversation with Sam Schamberger. He is National Weather Service meteorologist and did the briefing this afternoon. So I thought it would be good to get some of his thoughts on this. He says, out of all the rounds of storms that we can expect this week, the Wednesday threat is the greatest. And again, 2 rounds, as we just talked about.
The first round will be during the day, and this will be as that line of storms stalls, and then it moves back northward as a warm front during the day. So we're expecting storms to form along that warm front Wednesday morning into the afternoon, and some of those could be strong or severe.
Now, as he also goes on to say, the storm timing for this second round bumped up a bit. Model data is kind of showing it would be an evening into nighttime event.
Storm events. So everybody will see showers and thunderstorms Wednesday evening and Wednesday night, and many of those will likely be severe. We're expecting pretty widespread damaging wind gusts with these storms, potentially large hail, similar to what we saw on Monday, and a few tornadoes will also be possible.
And in addition to the large hail and damaging winds, as he just mentioned, tornadoes possible. He talks a little bit more about that.
Across all of Middle Tennessee for some strong tornadoes to occur. It's still uncertain exactly how many we could potentially see, or if any, but conditions appear favorable across all of Middle Tennessee for some strong tornadoes to occur.
Sam Schamberger, his comments today from the briefing from earlier. Thought it would be a good opportunity here to also kind of just quickly show you a map of Middle Tennessee. This is from the National Weather Service. This is the map of the counties that are included in the Nashville National Weather Service, and Rutherford County is right there in the middle. So here is Rutherford County. Kind of familiarize yourself with the outline of the county, the way that it looks. So that way, if you're trying to see on a map, does this include our area? Does it not? That way you can kind of tell. And also know the areas within the community. We've had a little bit of discussion about this even yesterday. You've got kind of really here from, let me go back once again, from west to east, our county, if you kind of dissect it so you kind of know the areas. Let me use a different color here. So, this would be southwestern Rutherford County. You see the alerts that come out many times will target a portion of the county. So this would be southeastern Rutherford County. So as you guessed, northwestern Rutherford County, Smyrna, Laverne, up toward Leanna, Walter Hill, and then southwestern Rutherford County. You may hear the term South Central. Well, South Central Rutherford County would kind of be the entire southern half of the county. So when you hear terms like that, just kind of have in your mind what is being discussed there about that. Well, let's kind of talk about storm planning. The day before, look at plans, adjust plans, make sure you've got your wireless alerts coming to your phone. Those are going to be important, especially if you plan on hitting the sack early tomorrow night and the storms are still going on. And, of course, tomorrow, the day of, which we're expecting the worst of the severe weather, remind your family, here's our communication plan, know where you're going to go if a warning is issued, and know the difference between a watch and a warning. A watch just says be prepared, And a warning means something has been indicated on radar. It's been seen by a storm spotter, that kind of thing. Also, check RutherfordWX.com. That's our website. And as you can see at the bottom, you can go to the website. And when we're live, you're seeing us either live or in one of the replays. But you can actually go to the website and check that out there. Well, with that being said, let's take a look at our Rutherford weather radar. And as we do this, kind of notice that the counties are outlined in green. What does that mean? That means the flood watch that we had talked about just a moment ago. So this flood watch is for just about all of Middle Tennessee and could have some excessive rainfall. That's overnight, well, really early morning hours tomorrow through early Thursday morning. So a flood watch is already in effect. We expect some rounds of storms coming through the day. So I've got our Futurecast pulled up here. And as we look at Futurecast, notice here in the top, right in here, that's where you'll see our times that are displayed. Okay. So as we're looking at this computer model, and understand it is a computer model of what this HRRR thinks could happen with the storms on Wednesday. Well, we're going to kind of look at overnight first, okay? Overnight and into the day Wednesday. So let's get this loaded up and ready to go. So this is 7 o'clock tonight. Anywhere in Middle Tennessee, you could see some showers and storms, and some of those could be on the strong to severe side. As we go past, here's midnight. So we're into Wednesday morning. Wednesday morning, we have a line of storms approaching from the west. Here is 2 a.m., right along a corridor from Gallatin to Nashville to Franklin, and then stretching on down into western Middle Tennessee, knocking on the door in northern Rutherford County. And again, this is just a computer depiction of what could be going on. 3 o'clock in the morning, looks like some rough storms, strong to severe possible. There's 4 o'clock, 5 a.m., here's 6 a.m., 7 a.m., and we see by 8 or 9 o'clock, maybe a bit of clearing, but now we have some other storms popping up here mid-morning. These storms will be associated with a cold front. Now watch how, let me back it up here a little bit. See how it's 5 and 6 and 7. This is moving from the northwest to the southeast. Then as we go forward in time, it looks like the storms are now lifting from the southwest to the northeast, the opposite direction. Well, this is as a warm front lifts its way through our area. So now here at 3 p.m., you can see possibility of some showers, maybe thunderstorms. Some could be strong to severe during this time. Here's 4 p.m., here's 5 p.m., and if you look up under that Futurecast banner, you can see those are some pretty big storms. By 6 p.m., maybe storms kind of popping out ahead of that line. Any of these individual storms could be strong to severe. Here's 8, well, let's go to 7 p.m., now 8 p.m., you can see this is riding right down I-24. I-24, by the way, is right here. Okay, right here in this area. So that's where you'll find I-24. Just kind of keep your eyes on that. So it really does look like it could just ride down I-24. Here's 9 p.m., 10 p.m., 11 p.m. Things are really starting to light up on the Futurecast radar. Here is midnight, and now 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. So all of this just to say that we have the possibility of storms here within the area. We've got storms possible tonight, during the day tomorrow. But when that round of storms comes through in the evening through the nighttime hours on Wednesday, that's when we expect, and into the early morning hours on Thursday, that's when we expect the best chance for widespread severe storms. Severe storms could be possible anytime, really, between now and then. So that's just a brief recap of what we expect could be going on with our storm, and see if we've got our radar here going. So this is our current radar, and current radar showing that we have some storms trying to get going, but not having a lot of success. Let me back this out to several frames here. And they're just really having a struggle to get going. That doesn't mean that they won't, and they can't this afternoon and evening. But right now, not necessarily seeing that as a particular issue. Well, there you go. That is an update here from Rutherford Weather. Just wanted to pop on to let you know we had a moment that we could come on and kind of give you an update on what we expect, what the National Weather Service shared with us during their briefing this afternoon. And we'll be here to make sure that we get your watches and mornings and all of that information wherever you're watching or consuming this. It's on Facebook, X, Instagram, Twitch, YouTube. Those are the places. Just search for RUCO Weather, RUCO Weather. And if you know folks here in our area in Rutherford County that aren't getting weather information or would like to get weather information, maybe they don't know about Rutherford Weather, just let them know. Tell them about it and share that we'll be here giving you severe weather and impactful weather information. All righty. Well, that's going to wrap us up. Thank you so much for being a part of the stream. And again, RutherfordWX.com. That's a great resource to kind of get you the information that you want, get you to all the socials and things like that. Stay safe. We're going to be prepared, not scared, but this has the potential to be a pretty substantial severe weather threat for us here in Rutherford County and Middle Tennessee. By the way, I did want to say, once we get through Thursday morning, Thursday afternoon into Friday and the weekend, and really through the extended forecast, looking good. We expect sunshine, 70s, so a bit cooler, and a really, really good stretch of weather, which I think after this week, we could use that, right? Okay. Thanks for joining. Appreciate it. And we'll be back here when the weather warrants. Have a great evening.